I haven't really just talked about the BTB Savage situation because I ain't really just know too much about him, so I don't want to just jump on stories like that. But one thing I want to talk about is like how the Vlad interview might have sparked his death. Um, Word of advice to people that go on VladTv in the future: Vlad don't care about our culture. Just being real. The only reason why Vlad interviewed this man was because he had a murder story behind him being a rapper. And if you pay attention to these interviewers now, say Cheese doing the same thing like with Quando Rondo. I don't know what it is about Say Cheese and Vlad, but them being interviewers or whatever they want to call themselves, they kind of go hand in hand because they both try to do whatever in their power to keep BS going when it's beef. If you pay attention to Say Cheese and Quando Rondo did good with not answering certain questions the way that Sean wanted him to answer because a lot of the stuff that he was asking him was tied to King Von and Lil Durk. How long do you think that man want to keep talking about that? You see somebody like Say Cheese do that to Quando Rondo. He got the blueprint from Vlad. Vlad known for doing it. Now you got blood on your hands, so it's kind of a sad situation. Dude ain't even asked this man about music not one time. And his mama is saying that it's parts of the interview that was left out. Where like at one point BTB asked Vlad, when we're gonna talk about some music, let's talk about some music. Like granted, it's certain stuff you can speak on and certain stuff you don't have to if you don't want to. But why do y'all bring these guys on y'all platform for that one particular reason, to just keep on talking about death and bloodshed and negative stuff? You couldn't even ask the man about his music. If you on a major platform and you get asked these type of questions, how we operate in this culture just off ego and, want to just pop your shit from time to time and stuff like that. When you in the limelight to do it, you gonna do it. That don't necessarily make BTB right as far as him bragging on what he did, because he did go a little too far in detail on how he was explaining it. That don't make it right. But if somebody put you on a big platform like that and they promise you, like, this is what it's gonna take to blow your music up, like these type of stories is what come with rappers now. Like, this is the culture, like this the trend. Like, you get in trouble, you beat some trouble, and you use the trouble to promote your music where your music will excel. That ain't the right way to go, man. But that's the blueprint of like how Vlad take these young guys and bring them on the platforms and bribe them, offer them money, whatever the case. Because at first, I was thinking maybe BTB, probably took it upon himself to reach out to Vlad and probably, pay for his own interview. But then I just thought about it like, no. When these guys don't be having shit that's selling. See, if you look at Vlad really ain't putting out no new material, just being real. Everything that he putting out is recycled material. These same people that he bringing on his platform, these same stories we done heard over and over and over again. Just pay attention. It ain't nothing really new about Vlad platform. He finessing the system on YouTube. He bring these same people on here, or if it's not the same people, it's different people, but it's the same situation. And people telling the same stories over and over and over and over again. So if that's his niche and that worked for him, kudos. But at the end of the day, like, you just pay attention outside of that. It ain't nothing else on his, like, outside of him getting people to do what BTB Savage did, he ain't got nothing else going on his page. That right there would keep his page going on a side, like to be, I guess, still involved with the hip hop culture, because he out of whack with this shit. Am I the only one noticing it? So it's fucked up his strategy and his strategy that he used, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like he ain't got no choice but to use that strategy because that's the only thing work for him. Like, ain't nothing else working for him right now. I don't care about numbers and stuff like that. Like, let's just be real. If you sit back and you just watch VladTv, you don't learn. You don't really learn shit new. If you've been watching him for like the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, these be the same conversations being talked about in these interviews. Sometimes it's just different people. But when you bringing people back on your show and they constantly talking about the same thing over and over and over and over, that's just a finesse. So you got to keep it fresh and add these young people in that talk about death with this drill music and stuff like that, catching murders. That's how you keep your platform fresh, and then that algorithm. It's all a game, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. You know, do you feel like Vlad interview may have led to BTB Savage dying, or did he bring it on himself? I just say it like this. The interview, to me, played a part, but at the same time, as an individual that got a lot going on, as a person who know he just beat a murder and his name is hot in the street back where he at, I wouldn't have took the interview in the first place. No amount of fame or no amount of money would have allowed me to play with my life like that. Especially if the person that I killed is like top ranked game member. I just wouldn't have done it. But it is what it is. T-RaeTv, y'all have a good day.